Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another thrilling installment of Niche Radio. We are your hosts, Owen Duncan and
Connell Taylor. Hello.
And we're here to talk everything geeky at you today. Ladies and gents, welcome back to a thrilling installment of Niche Radio. How's it going?
I'm absolutely amazed by the surprise start. It's enticing. Like, why are they doing this?
Yeah.
Why is this sexy kind of country?
Mysterious music in the background.
You'll find out.
If you listen to our full show, hi, we are your hosts, Owen Duncan and
Connell Taylor. Hello.
And we're here to tell you about all the newest news in the geeky world. So yeah, coming up later on, we've got stuff about Deadpool. We're going to drink a beer.
I think we should get this party started.
Yeah, I think we should. We'll be talking Gotham, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. We'll be talking about Battlestar Galactica, Caprica, and who could anybody in the world beat Dr. Manhattan?
Well, I'm looking forward to that because obviously usually we try and we plan our shows like professionals.
yes, we
I
do.
just started to plan this. I didn't even there's no point. We're just gonna have to go back and forward. Like, could anyone? Anyway, that's enough. We'll talk about that later. But
we will. And if anyone would like to pitch in, if you think anyone could defeat Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, then please get in touch on our Facebook, which is Niche Night, and on our Twitter, which is @Niche Radio. And well, let's start this off with a bang and drink a beer because.
What's new? What's new? What's new in Forbidden Planet?
That's right, it is What's New in Forbidden Planet, where we tell you every bit of the new comics and merchandise out this week. And this week there has been tons of cool stuff, but the things I want to mention most are the comics that have been brand new on the shelves today. So, here's a quick rundown. You listening? Yeah? Okay. Amazing Spider-Man 16. Excited?
yes,
Good. So, Ant-Man 3.
I'm also very excited.
Yep, and that's the prelude Ant-Man to the new film. It's just getting you a little bit involved. Also, Batman Arkham Knight. Issue 1, so you can get started on that straight away. Pop down to Forbidden Planet Manchester on Oldham Street now. Well, it's closed, but soon. Also, Deadpool issue 43. I was reading some Deadpool on the train back from London today.
How was it?
It was very good.
We're giving away a Deadpool comic at the moment.
We are. We'll talk about that in Competition Time. Yeah, so if any of you people out there want to win some comics, we are still doing that incredible thing. But yeah, Deadpool as MC Hammer on the cover. Classic. So also Howard the Duck issue 1 is out. Spider-Gwen issue 2 with the alternate universe. Gwen as Spider-Man. Well, as Spider-Woman, I guess. Or Spider-Girl. There's so many spiders now. I kind of lose track.
She's Spider-Ham. Spider-Lady, Spider-Ham. Spider-Lady Ham.
I think she'd probably be quite offended if you'd called her that. Fortunately, she's a fictional character, so it'd be okay.
Spider-Lady
Maybe we should
Ham.
do that for who would win in a fight later on. Connell or Spider-Gwen. So, other comics out this week include Star Wars 3, the new Marvel Star Wars title, since Disney bought the rights, and Guardians Team Up 2, and this is the one I'm most excited about. Bill and Ted's Most Triumphant Return, issue 1.
Excellent.
Yep, yeah, I'll be getting a copy or 5 of that, definitely. Yeah, I think we should get a bunch. In fact, we should do a giveaway. Okay, let's not get ahead of ourselves. But Bill and Ted should be more involved in my life, is what I'm getting at, I think.
I like that.
Yeah.
I do enjoy being excellent to each other.
Yeah, exactly. So what's old in Forbidden Planet? Have you noticed anything, Connell, recently that's caught your eye?
I believe the big dog had a birthday the other day, so he's older.
Yeah, that's true. So one of the members of staff has leveled up a year, and and we got him presents, didn't we? We got him a Hellboy present.
We did.
So that's stuff that's old in Forbidden Planet. The large Hellboy editions with all of Mike Mignola's early Hellboy works in it, and they're very good.
They're beautiful books.
Yeah, they're all like black bound with like gold writing on, and it's a big print. And,
We also got him a shark pen.
Exactly. So we're such good friends, aren't we?
Bouncy balls.
And who can't appreciate those on a birthday? That's what I want to know. So, ladies and gents, if you're just tuning in, we're Niche Radio, we rule. And next up, how about some competition?
Competition time. I'm gonna win.
Prizes.
I'm gonna win.
Competition time.
In a competition.
Ooh,
Competition time.
competition time.
This section is called competition time.
And it's when we take some time to run a competition. With all you gentle listeners out there. We've been running tons of competitions at the minute, but the current one, the current bun, if you will, the raisin amidst the dough, the diamond in the rough, is our amazing monthly comic offer, which we've been giving away one comic. How often, Connell?
Every single day.
Dun 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 dun. That's totes cray cray. Connell's making a Dr. Evil face.
Every day.
Giving away 1 billion comics. We're not. We're giving away, is it 31?
31.
Yeah, giving away 31 comics. And we've already given some away already. So big up to Kobe Elliott and everybody else who has won one so far.
Yesterday's winner. Today's winner? Yesterday's comic, I announced it today, was Diz Euler. I
Hey.
pronounced this right.
Diz Euler, you alright, bud?
Scarlett Sumney. I can never pronounce her surname.
No. So she's won as well?
No, Scarlett came a very close second.
Oh, well.
Diz won. Well done, Diz.
Hey. So the competition is very simple. Basically, we're posting a comic every day on our Twitter and Facebook. Our Facebook is Niche Nights. Our Twitter is @Niche Radio. Please get involved. All you've got to do is like Niche Nights and like and comment on the post, just so we know who you are, and then we will choose one of you to win at the end. Draw a name out of a hat.
So we've put one on today, which is Deadpool Fear Itself.
And that was the best reason for wanting it won, wasn't it? Was that the idea?
What?
Wasn't that one about the post the best comment about why you should have it?
Oh no, that was yesterday. Although I said the same today, and so far only one person, quite a few people have liked, but only one person has commented. So Elish McGee,
Ooh,
you're looking like you're gonna win, and like it ends at midnight. If anyone else wants to go, because so far she's winning.
yeah, get involved.
It's MC Hammer.
Yeah,
Deadpool radness, raditude.
raditude. Yeah, and Deadpool is boss. I was reading. In fact, I read an entire Deadpool graphic novel today on the train back from London, and it was very good. I read it all, every last bit.
Well done.
Thanks. So that is competition time. So please get involved. You could be winning a comic a day. Some of them are ones that are hard to get a hold of now. There's some from like the Civil War arc and lots of other big popular Marvel events like that. And they're not all Marvel though. There's also number ones of some excellent Image titles, and there's things like Walking Dead, bits and bobs from Hellboy, lots of number ones, one shots, and other bits.
I tried to offer Swamp Thing the other day.
Oh yeah.
Couldn't find it on Google. Couldn't find a single image.
Well, there we go. I'll have to take a photo of it and share that later on in the month. So if anyone's a Swamp Thing fan and wants one of the original 80s comics in still pretty good condition, then get in touch.
Maybe we should forget to give that one away.
Or just keep that for like a mega prize.
Or for me.
Or just like, live off it. It could be our pensions.
I want to read it. I've not read it yet. It looks awesome.
Yeah, I haven't read it either actually. So maybe we should save it, give it a good read first, and then make sure it's of a high enough quality to give out to our faithful listeners. Because we won't want to give away crap comics, would we?
No, good point. We have to read them all now.
Yeah, we have to read every last one, and then we'll decide whether it's good enough. Yeah, so there's more stuff coming up. But first, how about some upcoming events? How about it?
3 legendary Knights of Niche bring to you events full of fun, gaming, and competitions. at Niche Nights.
Welcome, valiant Niche-keteers. We are the Knights of Niche, and we're here to tell you about all the upcoming events that are geek-tastic.
Knee.
We are the Knights who say Niche.
We should make that.
Yeah, we really should, shouldn't we? We're good at making adverts now. We'll be telling you all more about that later on, or soon, or soonly later. Basically, just let us know. Get in touch on Facebook and Twitter. Tell us when you want us to tell you about this thing. Yep.
If no one gets in touch, does that mean now?
What? So what? We should tell everybody that Niche Nights has done something that has never been done before. We have got the incredible Ian McElhinney from Game of Thrones, who played Barristan the Bold, to do an advert for us. Is that what you're saying we should tell them?
Yeah, I think it is. Maybe we just tell them that.
Oh, okay. Well, ladies and gents listening, boys and girls, we have got Sir Ian McElhinney. He's not a sir. I only say sir because he's called Sir in Game of Thrones. But Ian McElhinney to do an advert for us, although he should be a sir.
He's a Sir Knight of Niche now.
Yeah, exactly, and which is the highest sirdom you can be. And he has done a lovely advert for us. You can find it on YouTube. If you search for Game of Thrones Niche or Niche Radio, it's very easy to find. But yeah, we were dead stoked, weren't we?
I was absolutely chuffed. Sent him a message asking him what to say. I finished it with a few oddly chosen words. Didn't think he'd say them. Completely, like, he must have known, like.
Yeah, he's got a plummy kind of British accent, very kind of classically trained actor presence, and we got him to say 3 words. Oh, sorry, 4 words. Well, even more, 5 words.
Loads of words.
I think that's even 6. We got him to say a choice phrase that still is tickling me pink to this day, and here it is.
Hello, this is Ian McElhinney here, Barristan Selmy, The Game of Thrones. Tune into Niche Radio for everything sci-fi, comics, cult television, and gaming. Welcome to the Age of Rad.
You heard it here first. Welcome to the Age of Rad from Barristan the Bold, Barristan Selmy from Game of Thrones, which is, of course, coming back to our small screens awfully soon, and I'm very excited for it. Are you excited for it as well?
I am, more so than I was last week, as I've just started watching Game of Thrones.
Whoop whoop!
That was
Raise the
that was
roof.
an announcement noise. Yeah, Game of Thrones, eh? I think I watched all but the last 2 episodes of season 1 in one day.
Yeah, we've just got 2 more to watch, and we've just been rinsing it, haven't we?
It was a lovely day spent in Owen's bed watching Game of Thrones.
Yep, slightly hungover. If we could, in fact, if we can get through the next 3 seasons, then we'll be up to speed.
We should do this.
We should. In fact, yeah.
Dragon Lady's really fit.
Yeah, in fact,
And really cool too.
Screw this radio lark. Should we just go watch Game of Thrones?
No, let's just talk about it.
Yeah, well, we'll talk about it a bit, but then should we just put on this stab and then go home and watch it?
Hello, this is Ian McElhinney here, Barristan Selmy, The Game of Thrones. Tune into Niche Radio for everything sci-fi, comics, cult television, and gaming. Welcome to the Age of Rad.
And that is the Niche Radio Game of Thrones advert as created by Connell and Ian McElhinney in partnership.
Can you tell how excited we are about it?
It's really, really cool.
It is really cool. We got him to say welcome to the Age of Rad.
Yeah. Yeah. I've been welling up a little bit. But yeah, he was such a good sport as well. He retweeted me, which I was very happy with, and yeah, was getting involved with all the niche radio stuff for a bit, which was felt very honoured.
Very good of him. Next time, I can't wait.
It's a good sport.
Watch season 5. Well, I suppose. Will there be a season 6?
Oh, probably. They're going to milk it for as long as they can. Even when the books run out, they'll end up just be like, oh well, what happens next? We'll do a prequel.
By
Whatever.
that point, we can watch his character and think, before you filmed this, you knew us.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, that would be rad.
Let's get in touch with everyone from Game of Thrones.
I really want to start rereading them again. So if you want, we could have that as your bedtime story. We'll just do a chapter a night.
Okay.
Okay. Cool. Well, ladies and gents, you have been listening to the ever-loving Niche Radio. It's certainly clobbering time, and we're coming up next with the mind-melding quiz, the ultimate time for us all to get funky. But first, we're going to tell you a bit more about Niche Radio and some of our fun projects. For example, the 90s night that we were going about last week has happened.
It was rad-tacular.
Yeah,
Radical, the raddest of radmost raddom, and without too much ratitude, that didn't work.
Ratitude's totally a word. Yeah, it's good. It was a radtacular of splendiferous radosity. Yeah, we played loads and loads of 90s music, everything from pop to grunge to 90s punk to tons more 90s pop, to a bit of R&B and then some 90s dance. And I think we even got a bit of hip hop in there as well, and it was loads of fun. Thank you for everybody who came down and showed such support for the night. We all had lots of drinks and lots of fun.
We actually did it. It was on the big dog's birthday, so we all went out for that. It was very, very lovely to party
down.
And big thanks to Mike MYK, who does Tokyo Chipped. He DJs
impeccably. Yeah, he was digging out tunes that I'd forgotten were my favourite tune ever, and he has reminded me of that. He's rekindled my 90s joy.
Definitely a better 90s DJ than I am.
Yeah, and but yes, three of the DJs ended up topless at the end of the night, singing "Kiss from a Rose" by Seal to the big dog at full pelt while getting sprayed by Coca-Cola, which was not something you see every night. And that's why they're called niche nights, guys, because it's something for people with niche tastes, like, skinny topless guys getting showered with Coca-Cola while we're singing "Kiss from a Rose." That's probably a bit too niche, isn't it?
Similar videos. It was like Japanese dripping candles as opposed to Coke, but
yeah, well, it's like a poor man's one. It's a poor man's version. Yeah, but that has been, and there will be another 90s night. Please keep an eye on the Niche Nights Facebook and the Niche Radio Twitter, because you'll be getting announcements galore. But we are proud to announce on the 26th of this month there are going to be tons and tons of fun anime, manga, retro gaming and chiptune events, all happening at Tokyo Chipped, which is at Fab Cafe on Portland Street, Manchester, and it's on the 26th. But don't take my word for it, take Us Recorded's word for it.
From Niche Nights and Fab Cafe, an evening of cult anime, gaming, sci-fi and more, including a Super Smash Bros. Competition and a full screening of Ghost in the Shell and chiptune releases by the Virus Empire and Oracle. Local boys, come on down to Fab Cafe on March the 26th for all your J-pop, chiptune, nerdcore and video games all wrapped up in one.
Oh, wrapped up in one. See, still got it. So yes, that is the incredible Tokyo Chipped. I do have to say, after that advert is a little bit wrong, because it's not actually a Super Smash Bros. Tournament. It is in fact a Pokemon Stadium tournament on the N64, and we can now accommodate people bringing their own game packs and whatnot, so they can bring their own trained up Pokemon and battle them against the Ultimate Warriors to see who will be Pokemaster. Yeah, but then also the Virus Empire at Oracle and loads of the Niche Nights DJs playing everything, kind of Japanese culture, a bit of J-pop, J-rock, K-pop, K-rock, gaming themes, chiptune. It's just going to be a fandango, all right, and one of the better ones. Say that for true. Don't you believe me? Is it something I said? What's so funny?
I believe you're sold now.
Yeah, well, that's it. Ladies and gents, please come down to that. It is on the evening of the 26th, which is a Thursday, I believe, at Fab Cafe, Manchester. And we're going to challenge you to a dance-off right here and now, up in your grills. So, yeah, come down and represent.
Also, if anyone's listening from the University Future Works,
oh yeah,
we're going to be doing the day there before Tokyo Chipped. We haven't fully planned what we're going to be doing yet. We don't know exactly the scope. I imagine there's going to be some games. Yeah,
we're going to have lots of video games down there. A couple of consoles, especially the SNES console. If anyone that remembers the SNES, we'll have a variety of games on that. But I imagine the one that everyone would be most keen to compete on will be the Street Fighter tournament.
Most likely.
Yeah, which is everyone's favourite. Although we can warm up on some Killer Instinct first. There'll also be some Mario games, Starwing and loads of other classic SNES games, and we will have other consoles there that are slightly newer, played on the big screen for prizes, and it's all part of a health and well-being day, isn't it?
It is. So yeah, you can game and be a nerd, but don't just eat pizza. eat veg.
Yeah, and also it's promoting our nights as well. So it's kind of like a double-edged sword of awesome, because not only is it kind of it's suggesting to the to any students there trying to convince them to lead a healthy life if they weren't already, but especially to people who game. And gamers get a kind of lot of flack for sitting at their computers for days on end, eating microwave meals, not washing.
South Park episode.
Yeah, playing too much WoW. Whereas, in fact, we put on nights, and there's loads of nights in Manchester as well that we don't put on, where people can go and play whatever games they like for an entire evening with friends, and you don't lose the social aspect of being a geek by staying at
We're
home.
putting the community in online community.
Hey, boom! That should be a stab.
Also, we're doing some recording there as well. So we're trying to get a little camera set up and we're going to make a little video for ourselves, and also just recording. Like, we've got some freshers on the system. At previous nights, they've said hello.
What have they said?
Hello, my name is Jamie Mullis, and last night I completed Portal 1, and you're listening to Niche Radio.
He's listening. Yes.
He's listening to Niche Radio, but so's this one.
My name is Sally and I like Star Wars, and you're listening to Niche Radio.
They're listening to Niche Radio as well. Anyone else?
Hi, I'm Ellie. I love Doctor Who, and you're listening to Niche Radio.
See, she is as well. So that's a lot of people listening to Niche Radio. But if you want to be one of these people telling us how much you love Niche Radio and how much you love your particular fandom, then please come down and you can be on Niche Radio sounding a bit like this.
Hello, I'm Siri and I'm from Norway and I cannot speak English under pressure.
That is definitely the best one.
See, everyone's welcome at our nights. People who can't speak under pressure, people who like Portal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's it. Yeah, it's a very all-inclusive atmosphere. But don't just listen to us. In fact, don't listen to us at all. Listen to this thing about quiz.
Quiz. Quiz. Quiz.
Quiz. So, you heard it here first on Niche Radio. You are listening to the geekiest Manchester radio channel, and if you're tuning in abroad, you're still listening to the geekiest Fab Radio Manchester channel.
You're also the
Best.
best taste in radio of anyone I know.
Yeah, I was always wowed when I heard people were listening in from abroad.
Yeah,
So,
cool.
So, how's it going, guys? And thanks very much for tuning in. And please get in touch on our Facebook and Twitter, because we love to hear that we've actually got listeners, because often it feels a bit like Colin and I are sitting topless in a sweaty TARDIS, doesn't it? Ah, there we go. That's the cue. We're getting topless now. And you know what time it is when we get topless? It's quiz time, where Connell puts me through my geeky tests and quizzes me most verily to with all kinds of sci-fi stuff. And you guys can play along too. So he's going to ask me the questions, and I'm going to shut up. And then he's going to ask us the questions again, so you guys all have a chance to have a think. And then please message on the Facebook wall, on Twitter. It's at Niche Radio on Twitter, Niche Nights on Facebook. And if you get the answers before I do, then you're guaranteed some kind of prize, or a free entry to one of our nights, or at least some sort of online cosmic high five. Yeah.
I like the sound of that.
So yeah, hit me up, bro. Come at me.
You're about to get quizzed.
Oh, a quiz all over me.
Alright, so we've got 5 questions. I'm going to read them all through, and then I'm going to read them through again with the answers. So,
Okay, well,
I've got
shall I take my top off then?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So this is our new streamlined quiz, because someone did get in touch and said, you know how you didn't give the answer for like 20 minutes? Like, fair point.
Yeah.
So, Owen, a new topless Owen. By the way, I fixed the webcam in the studio today.
Oh, brilliant. So everyone can see my steely abs.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like Spike from Buffy, apart from not at all like Spike from Buffy. Well, I'm blonde.
Out for a walk.
Friend. Cool. Quiz me, bitch.
Question 1. How many minutes did this... Every how many minutes did the Cylons attack?
Oh, you asked me this in a quiz some time ago. We've had this quiz before, and I recognise it, but I want to... I don't know.
I did a quiz. I don't think I told you this. I did a quiz at Dockyard in Media City last night. I did a geek round.
Yeah, I saw it shared on Facebook, on Niche Radio and on Niche Nights on Facebook.
That makes sense.
Go and visit them.
I'm taking the questions from last night. And from previous Geek Nights, of course.
Excellent. Okay, well, I won't give any of my answers now, but that's food for thought.
Question 2. Name the character who stood in for Daniel Jackson during his time as an ascended being. Question 3. I think you'll know this one. In Firefly, what is Wash's full name?
Ooh.
Question 4.
Dun, 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 dun.
What method of transport in the Studio Ghibli world might also be a cat?
Oh, holy flip.
And question 5 is quite an easy one. Who is the current incarnation of Doctor Who?
These are melon scratchers indeed.
So we've got question 1. Owen, give me your answers now. Question 1.
Oh, dear.
Every how many minutes did the Cylons attack? This is from the first
33.
episode-ish after the mini-series, the first episode, which is actually feature length.
Yeah, I want to.
BSG is amazing.
I want to say 22 or 33.
Which one are you going for?
I'm going to go for 33.
You're correct.
Way.
Question 2. Name the character who stood in for Daniel Jackson during his time as an ascended being. This, of course, is from Stargate SG-1.
Is it the gruff army guy that's always really cynical?
No.
Oh, okay.
He's neither gruff or cynical. In fact, quite the opposite of both.
Well, he chills out eventually, doesn't he? But initially, he's the guy who has to make the hard choices, and he's all like, "Oh, whimsical science guys." That guy, right?
Oh, I suppose, yeah. Yeah, that's fair. I'll give you a clue. It's a Weezer song.
Is it Buddy Holly?
No.
Buddy Holly stands in for him. That would be amazing.
My name is Jonas Quinn.
Jonas Quinn. Oh, yeah, that rings a bell now. I need to watch more Stargate, obviously.
Yeah, you do. Question 3. In Firefly, what is Wash's full name?
Hoban Washburn.
I didn't really need to ask you that, did I?
Well, but it works well on the radio because then people playing at home can get the answers right because everyone knows I get all the answers right.
So we've got the webcam now. They can see your Hoban Washburn tattoo over your nipple.
Yeah. Hoban, come back to me.
He's got the hole where he was pierced through the chest tattooed on him.
Yeah, and then I have I have a tattoo of "I am a leaf in the wind. Watch how I soar" tattooed around my anus.
Nice.
Yeah.
Question 4. What method of transport in the Studio Ghibli world might
Cat
also
bus.
be a cat? It's cat bus, of course. It's cat bus.
Yeah, well, or bus, I suppose. Bus.
Yeah, that's fair.
Bus or cat bus, right?
And who's the current incarnation of Doctor Who?
Is it Peter Capaldi?
It is.
Oh, yeah.
You passed the test. You got 4 out of 5. That's 80%.
Hey, I'm happy with that.
80%.
If anybody out there got more than 80% and can prove it, then please post on our everything, and we shall reward you. We shall bestow you with some kind of gratitude. And in the meantime, that was the amazing quiz of Niche Radio. But where's that one? Niche Radio. That's one. Well, here's this.
Niche Nights, the fun place where everyone can come down. Cosplay-friendly atmosphere with tons of sci-fi stuff and prizes to be won at Geek Night, Tokyo Chips, Dinosaurs and Capes. Look up Niche Nights on Facebook or Niche Radio on Twitter. May the Force be bad wolf. Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Beep. In Quantum Leap, Sam Beckett never actually makes it home. Shut up!
Oh, shut up! Shut up! So this is spoiler alert, where we spoil the stuff. This is why we alert you to it beforehand. I mean, the clue's in the title already. So this week we will be mostly spoiling.
Ned dies.
Yeah, we'll be spoiling the first season of Game of Thrones, and we'll be spoiling a little bit of Gotham and a bit of Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, but that's all we'll be spoiling for now.
Have we got a new one to watch tonight?
I think we do, yeah. Well, I could spoil a Black Sails for you as well, actually. That piratey series, which is very good and has an excellent theme tune and has lots of pirates in it. And I'm a big fan of pirates.
I could spoil a West Wing for you if you didn't see it 15 years ago.
Oh, yeah. So, you see, the choice is yours, but we're going to remove that choice from you and instead just spoil a Gotham. So, who's been watching Gotham?
Me.
Yeah, me too. And it's been very nice.
I'm really... We've spoken about Gotham on most of these shows for the past couple of months, really. And my hatred for Fish Mooney has never been disguised. I'm starting to like her.
Yeah?
That if you've not, spoiler alert, so close your ears if you don't want to hear. She was taken down into the dungeon. She rose up the ranks. She got taken out. she has to see the doctor.
Yo.
And when they killed that person, like we're gonna take care when they killed him. You see, like, fair play, you've got to do that. She goes upstairs. He wants her eye. She dug out her own eye. That's badass.
Yeah, that is very badass. Yeah, and in that same episode, actually, two things that shocked me. I was shocked that they showed you so graphically her gouging out her own eye with a spoon, which definitely I thought was a very good kind of shock tactic, because it had me on the edge of my seat.
And then stamping, like squishing it.
Yeah, squishing it with her foot before passing out from the effort and the pain. But yeah, then later on, here's another big spoiler, so ears closed if you don't want to get spoiled. But Alfred, Le Butler, who is an absolute legend, have a pork chop. That's what he sounds like in my head. Master Bruce. Master Bruce, have a pork chop. I just spent some time in London as well, so it's probably even fresher, that accent. Right, darling, have a pork chop. Apples and pears, have a banana. I think that's a bit far. But yeah, Alfred unfortunately gets a bit stabbed up, and he's not pleased about it. Oh no.
By a friend who is he's working with
the evil branch of Wayne Enterprises.
Yeah.
Yeah, which I'm not happy about that. And he seemed quite sad. He seemed like he was being kind of blackmailed. Well, he'd been paid a lot, but to screw over his old war buddy Alfred. But then Alfred ends up in serious situations, critical in the hospital.
When he tried to get out of bed. Just like we're both from Hereford, so like we both must have known like some SAS types and all this. To see like an SAS guy getting stabbed, getting up to go and I'm so distracted by Owen centrally rubbing his wet can over his wet bicep. To see an SAS guy not be able to fight or do what he needs to do was upsetting.
Yeah.
His pork chop, like...
Oh, pork chop. And yeah, and to see little Bruce as well, little Bruce Wayne, obviously, he's very stiff upper lip as young Bruce Wayne, isn't he? He keeps himself measured and bottled up. His voice broke when he almost cried shouting at him, because he was worried for him. Yeah. So it was a very, very, very good episode. Definitely my favourite episode of the series so far. Also,
when you really got to know his friend who stabbed him was also from the SAS. Like, why are you being a butler? Why are you yes sir, no sir, 3 bags full, that sort of thing. Like, he's helping me as much as I'm helping him. Like, he needed the Waynes, and now he needs Bruce Wayne as the only one left to help him save himself from his troubled past.
Yeah, that's it.
In a very cool way.
Yeah, and yeah, it has been absolutely awesome. But you were saying before that Fish Mooney, who has been a bit of a tool most of the series, you're slowly taking the shine to her, which is unfortunate because it has been released that the actress playing Fish Mooney is in fact not returning for a second season. So whether she comes to a grisly end or just goes off into the distance.
We say unfortunate. Like, I'm starting to like her, but I also do like series which don't, I don't know, like kill off characters. That's why we both like Joss Whedon. Like, don't carry on a character because they're cool or anything. Do what you need to do, and make them finish on a high note. It's just good writing. Yeah,
definitely. And on that note, talking of good writing, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is back on our TV, and it's been good. We've watched the first one. We might have another one to watch by now. I'm sure we do.
I hope so.
So we've got some TV to watch when we get home. But
why do you think Fitz is keeping secrets with Sky?
I think it's because he's a very nice person and he values the family that they've built up as a team in S.H.I.E.L.D. Whereas everybody else now, the problems and the troubles and the baddies they face have got so out of hand and so big and so, S.H.I.E.L.D. was infiltrated by Hydra in the first series, so the enemies are everywhere.
Even Simmons suggested assassinating an innocent.
Yeah.
Because of possible contagion. That's not Simmons. Like, the whole team was once friendly and, like you say, a family.
Yeah.
Which is what Fitz is totally trying to hold together. It was well worded. It's falling apart. They're all too stressed, too much ball poo has gone on.
Yeah, it's not been good. The stuff has hit the fan and they're not happy about it. And everyone's becoming more jaded and more ruthless, I suppose, with it. Which
what was it? Inhuman.
Yeah. That's it, which of course is leading up to the Inhumans film, which will be coming at you in the not too distant years. It is part of Marvel's many-phase plan. But yeah, so that's going to be amazing, and I'm looking forward thoroughly to watching the newest one of that
and Gotham. And also maybe Black Sails as well. I'll just quickly mention that, because it is kind of geeky if you're fanatical about pirates, and I would definitely recommend it. So, ladies and gents, you should totally check that out. Yeah, Black Sails is the absolute bum. Although I think out of those three Agents, if I wasn't allowed to watch any of them bar one, I think the one I'd choose to keep watching is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Although Gotham's close for that, because it is...
I was just about to say Gotham's very close. I've basically given up on Agent Carter, because I've not seen the past 4 episodes.
Well, it was only a mini-series, so there's only... I mean, I think they are doing another one. But yeah, there's only so much that they'll have, so you can just kind of blast through it in a day. I would recommend it. It's quite good.
I like computers, so I do like to finish things off, so maybe I should.
Yeah. So, ladies and gents, you're listening to Niche Radio on Fab Radio International, the triumvirate of evil, with Connell and Owen every Wednesday and Sunday. And next up is Actor of the Week.
Hey Owen, should we talk about a randomly selected actor of the week?
All right. So, Connell, who is our randomly selected actor of the week?
It is. Can I have a drum roll for this, please? Because he's an epic man. Nice. Edward James Olmos.
That was my crowd noise. Yeah, so who is he?
Well, it's everyday James Olmos.
Oh, good. But who's he played?
You may know him from such films as
Troy McClure.
My favorite role he played is either Captain or Admiral Adama in BSG, Battlestar Galactica, the new school. Of course, he was also in the original series. We thought of him today because he's soon to be in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Whoop whoop.
He wasn't in the first episode, but I think we were talking a minute ago about how the team seems to be by no means falling apart, but each of them are individually losing faith in either the cause, the connection they all once had, and really what they're fighting for, because there's too much Hydra, there's too much bits and bobs everywhere. This whole alien confusion has mixed everyone up. I think Adama, sorry, now I'm going to call him Adama.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's going to be the guy who almost Nick Fury's it, like comes in and brings them all together and just like is him, tells everyone to shut up and we just need to get the job done.
Yeah, he always plays a really, really convincing, ruthless kind of captain, or whenever he's in a position of power. And he does bring that kind of gravitas, that kind of... He's got that kind of presence, being all kind of begrizzled and gets stuck into any situation and always calls the hard shots. Yeah, he's one of my favourites.
He's BSG is phenomenal. I just thought of if you haven't seen BSG, close your ears now because I'm going to basically spoil the last episode. But when they come down to the planet and the president of all the colonies dies, he holds her in his arms, flies around the planet, showing her. Like, this grisly old man can make me cry as much as make me hate things with him.
Yeah.
The gravitas of his character is phenomenal.
And what's the word on who he's playing in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.? Is there any hints as yet?
Robert Gonzalez.
Right.
Okay. I don't know that other than that's his character's name. I don't know.
Robert Gonzalez. Yeah, that doesn't ring a bell for me. I don't know if that's something obvious that I'm missing in the kind of comic-y Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. world.
Other than he works for S.H.I.E.L.D. fairly high up, on a par with Coulson when Fury was in charge. So I'm not sure how it's going to work now.
Excellent. So, and what would I guess you'd say that your favourite thing he's been in is Battlestar. In fact, you already have, haven't you? It is.
I have. Also, he was so weird and creepy in Dexter. Like he was the guy who there was the tableau guy, and he kind of convinced this younger guy to believe in God and go out and kill people in weird ways.
Huh. And that was him.
Yeah, don't make people believe in God. That's rubbish.
Especially not if you're going to make him kill stuff. That's just mean.
But yeah, he was awesome. Awesome in Dexter. Awesome in... He was phenomenal in BSG. And Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., I couldn't be more excited. Like, oh...
Yeah, things are going to really kick off this. I mean, you can tell the first season was very much building up for a long while, through the whole Hydra thing, but now that it's setting up the Inhumans and various people may or may not have got powers, the pressure is definitely on. And so, yeah, I think we should totally big up Adama.
He was also in the TV series The Batman.
Really? Was he?
Playing one of the cops, Chief Angel Rojas.
Oh, amazing. So, well, big up to him. Should we go on to our incredible...
What if Wolverine's bones were made of chocolate?
What if Doctor Who used his powers to evil?
Oh, what if the Simpsons were all topless?
What if Bruce Banner never went to school?
What if... Shut up! Niche Radio tells you what if.
So, what if Harry Potter was real and we were all just ignorant muggles, unaware that Harry Potter, and Hogwarts and the wizarding world at large was, mingled with the population?
Realistically, is it feasible that could happen under our noses?
Well, I mean, they argued that a lot of wizards and witches out in the open, who kind of get mistaken for crazy people because they wear funny robes and stuff, and they mumble incantations to themselves, and then generally act differently to the Muggle population. So maybe all the crazies, inverted commas, that you walk past in the streets, maybe they are in fact witches and wizards, and it's our preconceptions of what is a social norm, man, that's stopping us from realising the truth. What if?
That could be the case.
Dun, 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 dun.
That's the way around it.
That was pretty far out.
Plus, if someone thinks someone's unusual, or if they think they're crazy or whatever, they tend to ignore them. Whatever they do, walk past them, but ignore them. Like, they'll be singing away on the bus and just put your headphones on.
Yeah, and everyone will be like, that.
Damn.
Oh, damn, you singing along? Well, that guy who rides around shirtless with a skateboard holding a bunny in Manchester. I haven't seen him around for a bit. But yeah, he was a kind of a local face for a while, and of course, a lot of people thought he was crazy.
If anyone's interested,
might have been.
He's amazing.
Yeah, well, you should run around shirtless on a skateboard with your bunny. That's what I think.
And she's all healed well.
Wait, in fact, ladies and gents, Tilly the bunny is an absolute legend. Has survived, massive tumory sac on her side. Has survived, us, and has more character than anything. So, ladies and gents, let's just have a moment to big up for Tilly the bunny.
Tilly the bunny.
All right. So yes. So what if? Do you think that Hogwarts could exist and we just don't know about it because we're too stupid and ignorant to notice the clues?
Well, there's things like MI5, which.
Yeah, very Black Ops.
We can't talk about, like, if it got brought up in a court of law, they could just say it's national security or something and get around it, even if that's only buys them the time to come up with a plausible way around it.
Oh, see, I like that. That turns it into a conspiracy theory, because in the books and the films, the Muggle Prime Minister, would be informed of any kind of big news in the wizarding world, and so was aware of it.
I often wondered how they did that, because would he be aware of it to an extent? Surely anyone who is aware of that happening as well would want to be a part of it.
Well, in the books, when the new Prime Minister is elected, he goes into his office, and the first chance that he's alone, one of the portraits behind him of one of the previous Prime Ministers is one of those magical ones that's a portal thing to Hogwarts. So as soon as he sits down by himself, we're like, my first day as Prime Minister, alone at my desk. Then he just hears hi there. Yeah, just to let you know, I'm glad you're sitting down for this, because this whole wizarding world exists. We need to work closely together to keep it a secret.
I've not read the books. That's amazing.
Yeah, it was a really good touch in the books, and I think only brushed upon in one of the last films with Bill Nighy as Scrimgeour. I can never pronounce his name.
These are dark times.
your ministry remains strong.
I want to hug him.
Yeah, I want to hug him too. Bill Nye is awesome. But moving on quickly from that, the what if? So I think that Hogwarts could exist because I've had a little bit of an adventure these last couple of days to London. And I've been to the Harry Potter Warner Brothers studio tour. And it was rad.
What was it like? How big was it?
Well, it was in a huge aircraft hangar that had been there since '38, I think. They were building, among other things, they were building the Halifax bombers that were used in the Second World War. Later on, it became a Rolls-Royce hangar where Rolls-Royce were working on prototype aircraft in general, not just wartime. And then, got taken over by Warner Brothers a lot later on, in 1992, I think. Before that, it had been used for sound and set stages before. But yeah, so they'd taken it over in 92 and had been using it since and did a lot of the Harry Potter work there. So you get to have a look at loads of stuff. So you get to see Gringotts Bank, you get to see the Great Hall, of course, you get to walk up Diagon Alley past Ollivanders, you get to see Weasley's Wizard Wheezes with the big mechanical top hat, ginger chap. Yeah, so you get a full tour around it. It's amazing. You get a little bit of video footage at the beginning where Rupert Grint, Dan Radcliffe and Emma Watson, sort of talk you through that being their home for their formative years when they were growing up, all those sets and stuff, and talking about, everyone talking about the magic of Harry Potter, which, let's face it, it was very, very good. It was totally wizard. Yeah, you get to fly around on a broomstick as well on like a kind of green screen. That was pretty fun. Also, there's a bit where Warwick Davis talks you through some of the animatronics, the makeup, a lot of the green screen stuff, all the kind of technical side of bringing the magic to life. But yeah, there's loads of bits set up, so you get you can see Grawp's mask, and tons and tons and tons of the props and other bits used in the actual films themselves, and it was an incredible time. I'd recommend it to anybody. The highlight for me was being able to drink a butterbeer, an actual butterbeer, which tastes, if anyone's wondering, a lot like butterscotch and ginger. And it's really foamy, so you get like a little butterbeer moustache across your upper lip once you've had a slurp. Drinking that while looking out at the night bus, a reproduction of that kind of rickety bridge that gets destroyed actually in one of the battles with Neville Longbottom, especially at the end when he's trying to fend off all those meanies.
You have one army.
Yeah. Exactly that bit. So you get to go on that. You get to go outside number 4 Privet Drive and have a look at Godric's Hollow, where Harry was born, where you can see the bit of the ceiling, the bit of the roof that is caved in from the explosion of the boy who lived. And tons and tons more. It's incredible, absolutely incredible. I would recommend it to anybody. It's just tons of fun. The gift shop is the worst bit because you just want to buy it all.
Hey, did you buy me presents?
No.
Did you send me a postcard?
Maybe.
Is that a no?
Anyway, so next up we have you're listening to Niche Radio with your favourite chums, Owen and Connell. If you're just tuning in, you've missed all the new merchandising comics that came out this week at Forbidden Planet Manchester. Also, we've talked about Deadpool and our competition. Competition that is all this month, every day on Niche Nights on Facebook and Niche Radio on Twitter. You could win your very own comic. All you have to do is like and comment and whatnot. But we've talked about Gotham, we talked about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., but next up we will be going on to Geek Scene, which is where we talk about all of the newest bits and bobs happening around and about Manchester and beyond, and all of the fun that can be had. But first, here's a little bit of a Game of Thrones advert where Mr. Ian McElhinney himself, Sir Barristan the Bold from Game of Thrones, has bigged us up personally. And a massive thank you to Ian McElhinney. And here you go.
Hello, this is Ian McElhinney here, Barristan Selmy, The Game of Thrones. Tune into Niche Radio for everything sci-fi, comics, cult television, and gaming. Welcome to the Age of Rat.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ian McElhinney. You are the absolute best. So here's Geek Scene. Geek Scene, what's happening locally and geekily.
geek scene and what is happening locally and geekily, and yeah, in the world in general. There's a big thing. We're running out of time. There's a big thing I wanted to announce to y'all out there, because it's absolutely amazing. So anybody who's a fan of Joss Whedon, Firefly, any of that stuff, we've got hands up here in our little TARDIS sound studio.
Let's high five.
Yeah, let's high five. That was a good high five. I had to stretch for that. So Nathan Fillion and Alan Tudyk, who played respectively Captain Mal, Tight Pants Reynolds, and Hoban Washburn, who was mentioned earlier in our geeky quiz. They are working together again. They're doing what's essentially a Kickstarter project, but not on Kickstarter. It's called Con Man, and it's all about two actors.
Is it about me?
It's two actors. No, it's not quite. But it's about two actors who did very well on a sci-fi show, and they go around doing cons, doing conventions, so signing photos and doing all the kind of promotional stuff, doing voiceovers for game. And one of them hasn't done as well out of it, who's played by Alan Tudyk, which will be him. Mostly kind of had that fame of that one thing, but since then it's kind of fading into obscurity and ended up doing all the kind of little jobs. And the other one, who played by Nathan Fillion, did very well out of it, became a kind of sci-fi star, and it's about that relationship between them and the kind of half resentment thing going on. And so far they're trying to get, I think over $40,000 to make the project go. And I want to do 3 10-minute episodes, which will be released, I assume, on the internet, because their crew has pioneered the internet kind of TV market.
Like Dr. Horribles.
Yeah, Dr. Horribles and Felicia Day with the Guild. They're all part of the same kind of circle of friends of actors and workers and
legends.
Yeah. So I'm very excited for that. So everybody should donate to that and make it happen, because they've got scripts for absolutely tons of stuff. And also we're quite excited for the special of Luther. Anyone who's been watching Luther, there is a new special one coming out, and Big Dog has been telling me a lot about it. He's very excited for it. And I was in fact chatting to the casting assistant this weekend of the special of Luther, and she assures me that it's going to be absolutely rad. So we need to watch it.
Talking about Big Dog, I believe the Big Dog is listening. He's just written on our Facebook wall, "Big up Tills."
Big up Tills! Yeah, they're titty massive. Everybody loves bunnies, especially us.
Big
so
dog.
We're going to have to start wrapping it up pretty quickly. So we're going to quickly skip our shows, films and comics out next week, I'm afraid. Although, Conor did want to talk about how awesome Caprica was.
I'll do that next week. That's fine.
Well, we can do it quick. We can do it quickly. How rad is Caprica?
Really good.
Cool.
I want to say one thing really quickly.
Yeah?
I went down to Media City today, really early. Turns out I was 6 to 7 hours early. Which is a bit annoying. But tonight, so as of about now, because I went down at about midday, they've got the actual DeLorean parked on the plaza outside the BBC buildings. He's going to be there from tonight until Saturday for Red Nose Day. It's pretty much make a donation, you get to have a picture taken inside the actual DeLorean. So
that is amazing.
If you live in Manchester, you want to go down, if you like Back to the Future, get down there. It's all for a good cause anyway. It's Red Nose Day. You know all about that. But more importantly,
DeLorean. Yeah, exactly.
There.
Yeah, let's all go, because where we're going, we don't need roads.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the title fight, the greatest moment in superhero versus supervillain history. In the red corner, the almighty, the upstanding pillar of all that is good, and in the blue corner, the devious, the Machiavellian, the dastardly loser of all time. Who would win in a fight? You decide. Ready? Fight!
So who would win in a fight? We decided that we wanted to try out Dr. Manhattan from Watchmen, who has the powers to kind of alter reality and also doesn't see time as a linear concept. So he does technically he doesn't travel time. He straddles it almost as if
like a wibbly wobbly timey-wimey
Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah. He kind of exists in all time at all times. So he's omni.
Awesome.
Oh yeah, omnichronic. Like chrono? No? I'll try to make up words. If anyone knows what that word I'm trying to express is, please get in touch on Niche Nights on Facebook or Niche Radio.
Omnipotent.
No, omnipotent is all kind of powerful. No, omnipotent is all like powerful, all-knowing. Omnipresent is being everywhere at once. So being in all times at once. Chronos is
No, maybe I'll get my things mixed up here. Anyway, so who will win? We don't think anybody really could beat Dr. Manhattan single-handedly, not even Superman.
What about the mind control?
No, that's a good idea. See, maybe the combined forces of, say, the X-Men.
Well, I thought about this. Dr. Manhattan can see his entire timeline with you once he's met you. So if, for example, Charles Xavier, would you like some breakfast, had made a point of never ever meeting him, never, like, as much as he could, don't be aware of, but that's kind of irrelevant, never meeting him, but was always around to try and manipulate his mind, could that work?
Yeah, I reckon so.
I think that's...
I mean, does he still... Wow, this is another thing. Does he still technically have a mind because he was blown apart and kind of restructured himself, but he can kind of change his body at will?
That's the thing, he could just redo his mind.
Yeah, this is it. I mean, do we even know if he's got a mind in the same way that normal humans would? I mean, he's such an anomaly that...
Fair point. Charles Xavier reads human brains.
Yeah, I think the X-Men's the right route to go down, though. But you need all of them. You need the time travel-y ones to, like Bishop and Cable and the kind of portal-y ones and the phasey ones like Kitty Pryde to all kind of team up, and then all the attacky berserkery ones to distract him, while the other sneaky ones are maybe teleporting through time to try and sort out all the other times when, Dr. Manhattan was vulnerable. I don't know. While Professor X actually does the new mind stuff.
For a bit of lateral thinking.
Yeah.
Could you have someone again who doesn't meet him ever, meets him once, and there's loads of research everyone around him has helped, and convince him to destroy himself?
Oh, Wax is too powerful. Yeah, actually, that seems like a very kind of Alan Moore writing kind of thing to do as well.
That's what I was going for.
Yeah. Well, of course, who wouldn't try and beat that? But yeah, no, that sounds like a viable thing because he is so powerful that in the films it's they use him as a scapegoat to unite the entire planet over the a threat of this all-powerful being on Mars. In the comics, his knowledge is used to create these weird portals. And but I still think that he's fairly unbeatable.
I agree.
Yeah, but thank you very much everybody for tuning in. This is the end of the show. If you're just tuning in to Niche Radio, you have missed loads and loads of stuff. Talk about everything geeky, all the new merchandise. We talked about Deadpool, Tokyo Chipped on the 26th of March. We've talked about Gotham and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Adama. Oh, mate, it's been amazing. So if you're just tuning in, really sorry. You're going to have to catch us again on Sunday or tune in next Wednesday for more hilarity from Niche Radio. Please visit us on Facebook and Twitter. In the meantime, here's a quick thing about Tokyo Chipped coming up. From Niche Nights and Fab Cafe, an evening of cult anime, gaming, sci-fi and more, including a Super Smash Bros. Competition and a full screening of Ghost in the Shell and chiptune releases by the Virus Empire and Oracle. Local boys, come on down to Fab Cafe on March the 26th for all your J-pop, chiptune, nerdcore